Hey Virgos, and welcome. This is your general tarot scope for the month of October 2017. Now I'm using the golden tarot this time, giving my other one a break. And it is a little bit challenging in shuffling it. It's a little bit bigger, so and I like to shuffle, pre-shuffle before I start videoing, just because it takes me a little while and I can get clumsy. So I did lay out your cards for your spread. And let's get started with you. Do you have, you have two major arcana, so that's pretty good. I like that. So we start off with the Fool card. Now this is about fresh new beginnings for you, taking that leap of faith. You're not alone. You have a little companion here, a little friend, or there is somebody there with you, either guiding you or helping you along this little journey now. And it could be just with anything in your life that's going on right now. So it's about fresh new starts, fresh new beginnings, and taking that leap of faith. Next card we have is the King of Pentacles. Now he is savvy with his finances, and but he can be generous as well. And let me see what's going on with him. Now this could be somebody who you go to for advice. And it could be fatherly advice. He could be like a father figure for you. He is, like I said, quite generous, but he's quite, so you could be going to this person for financial advice. He's so smart. He knows how to invest wisely. He's quite experienced in this area, but doesn't, because this is a general, it doesn't necessarily have to be with financial advice. Could just be fatherly advice, could be just advice in general. You trust this person. He is quite a busy person too. He has a lot going on for him, or a lot going on with him, but he knows how to deal with it. But this could be you too, put in a leadership position at this time, or it could be you just feeling quite powerful and quite confident in yourself. So lots going on with the kings, you know, and the queens, and so on and so forth, like that. There's a lot of messages in there. The High Priestess is next. This is just saying to trust your instincts, trust your gut. This could be somebody, again, who you go to for advice, and it could be maybe a psychic that you go to for advice, paying a psychic and going to a psychic, or a tarot reader or something like that. Could be you going and getting advice that way. Could be somebody you know who is quite psychic and who you trust, that you're getting advice from. It's also talking about balance. There is the yin and yang in here, and she has like the book of knowledge, or some kind of book. She has a book there. But it's just basically what this card is saying is to trust your gut, trust your instinct. Okay, it will never steer you wrong. Next we have is the Four of Cups. Now this is all about balance as well, or stability, not balance, but stability. And this is saying that you're too focused on something at this moment or at this time, and the universe will slap you upside the head to get your attention, to wake you up, to say, here. So it is a surprise. You could be also getting a gift as well, a surprise gift that you'd never expected. That's also what this card is saying. And but that's what it's basically saying. It's saying the universe will wake you up if you're not paying attention. So that's where trust your instincts, trust your gut comes into. It's kind of saying that, this is also saying that you're kind of in your own head, in your own mind, in your own feelings. So it's just kind of saying to wake up here, and if you don't wake up, then universe will wake you up and surprise you. Next card we have is the Three of Pentacles. Now this is about planning and collaboration with others. Now you could be trying to get a side business up off the ground, and it's still in the early phases. Now I like to look at the numbers as trimesters in a pregnancy. 1 to 3 months is the first trimester, and so on and so forth. So you're in the first trimester of something. It could be a side business that you're trying to get up off the ground, and it does require you to collaborate with other people that's on your team to help you get this off the ground, so that you can kind of get off your 9-to-5 job and just solely focus on this. So you're in the early phases of that. Next card we have, and this is quite nice. So this could, your planning and collaboration could move quite swiftly, because we're already moving to the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is a card of luxury. It's saying that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, and you made it successful, or you made at least yourself successful. So it shows that whatever you're planning and collaborating right now will be quite fruitful, quite prosperous for you, and you put the blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, not dissing anybody else who's helped you, but it's showing that you did this. You did it on your own, and you're there. But it's also saying, like some readers like to say, is that the only thing you're missing is a person to share all of this with, and you don't have that. You might have a pet companion or a pet with you, but you don't have somebody to actually share this with. Some people are okay with that, and then again, some people aren't, and they probably end up looking for somebody to share this with. But it's showing that whatever's going on, you'll be successful, so it'll be quite fruitful for you. And I like to also say that the energies can bleed in 2 weeks from the prior month and kind of move into and shift 2 weeks into the next month. So this is not solely in October just alone. You know, there's effects in there. Last card we have is the Eight of Swords. Now, this card is a little bit, this is a restriction card. Now, you're going to be restricted in some way. Now, either you put yourself into this restriction or somebody else put the restrictions on you, because in the traditional tarot deck, there is a woman there and she's bounded. She's blindfolded and bounded in some way. And like I like to say is, she can't do that by herself or on her own. Somebody had to have done that to her. But so we're looking at it both ways here. For some of you, maybe you did it to yourself and you put yourself in a restriction. So watch what's going on with the 3 and the 9 of Pentacles. And like I said, with the High Priestess, trust your gut, trust your instinct. Or somebody else has did this, put the restriction on you. So just pay close attention to that. It's happening somewhere in October or moving into the next month, or it already happened and it's bleeding into October. So let's kind of recap here. So fresh, new beginnings, starting out with a clean slate, taking that leap of faith into something. You're not alone. You could be dealing with a financial advisor or a father figure who helps you out and advises you, who you go to for advice, and it could be financial advice or just advice in general. You trust this person has a lot going on, knows how to invest, knows how to deal with money and his finances, is quite successful, is very experienced, and so pay close attention to that. Or you could be put into a leadership position at some point in October, or you could be feeling quite powerful and quite confident in yourself. Okay, or you've mastered that your finances, and know how to invest and save and spend and so on and so forth. Okay, then again, trust your gut, watch that balance, the yin and the yang, watch your balance, but trust your instinct, trust your gut. You could be going to somebody for some kind of advice too. It could be a psychic, a tarot reader, that could be going on for you, or it's just a friend that you know who is quite psychic or does tarot as well, or it could be you just trusting your gut, trusting your instinct, and using your skills and your talents into figuring some things out. But trust your gut, trust your instinct. And then you're feeling kind of probably melancholy at this time or some point in October. You need to snap out of that. And if you don't, universe will slap you upside the head and surprise you. Okay, and then a lot of planning, teamwork, collaboration going on for you to getting something off the ground. It's in the early stages, the early plannings, the early stages of it. So watch for that. And like I said, it could be some kind of side project you're working on at this time. It could be totally something else, but nonetheless, it does involve planning and collaborating with others. And then the luxury card. So whatever's going on can move quite fast and progress quite quickly. And just remember, you put the blood, sweat, and tears in it, not negating anybody else that has helped you along the way, but you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something. Could be your talents and skills, and it becomes quite prosperous and fruitful for you and quite successful. It's still in the 9 stages. You're not quite at the completion, but you've come so far so fast still, and that is like the the third trimester of a pregnancy. So just remember that. But it was you. The only thing is you don't have anybody to share this with. So just watch for that. But I don't see anything wrong. And then we get to the restriction. So you're going to feel quite restricted at some point in October or going into November. Okay, so watch out for that. And it could be you putting yourself into that restriction, or somebody else put that restriction on you. So please watch out for that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this is helpful for you. And I bid you a happy Halloween. So have a fabulous month. Everything looks good so far, not too bad. Just watch that restriction and remember to trust your gut, trust your instinct. So that's what it's trying to tell you here, and snap out of it. Okay, snap out of it, or universe will show you something. Okay, just remember it takes two to tarot, and I bid you aloha.